Hi guys, Trev here. I'm just going to do a lockdown lesson for drums, and I don't really play a lot of drums. I did study some Latin percussion at uni and obviously did a lot of work on rhythm in my degree and things, and certainly I don't want to claim to be a drum teacher as such. There are far more competent sort of drum teachers if you're a more advanced player, but I can give you some basic introductions to kit drumming, and I might do a little bit of djembe drumming as well. So this is just a kind of a lesson for fun, but certainly if you do want to have a couple of drum lessons with me, you're very welcome. But okay, so first of all, with kit playing, okay, so just to go through the different things, you've got a kick drum, which you can hopefully hear down there. You've got a snare, so I might just adjust the angle. This is an electric drum kit, so it's sort of imitating the sounds, but you've got a snare. Okay, you've got a hi-hat, which is two cymbals together, and actually my foot is on the floor. If I lift my foot up, the cymbals kind of come apart, and then so that's quite cool. You have rack toms. So they're the things up there on a rack sometimes, so sort of high, mid, and then down there you have a floor tom. It's a bit weird electric drum kit, but it does the job for practice, definitely. So you've then got a crash cymbal, which is quite loud on this. So that's for any kind of fills. Often the crash cymbal will happen at the same time as a kick drum, and the ride cymbal. Okay, so that's all the drums of a basic kit. Okay, and in terms of your sticks, so drummers use sticks. They sometimes use hot rods, which are a bit like this, which are a bit lighter, or other things, but normally it's sticks, and sticks are quite loud. So yeah. If you hold them, I would say, so they balance with kind of, well, that's how I did it. I know some jazz drummers might sort of hold it like that, a bit like, or so I'm just going to teach you what I know rather than things I don't know. You might want to look up if you want to be more sophisticated, but certainly hold it sort of between kind of a finger and thumb, and then kind of grip it more with your other fingers. So it should sort of be a bit bouncy, so it's kind of bouncing up. If you hold it too rigid, it's not going to get the bounce. So like that. Okay, so that's quite good. Okay, so in terms of a basic beat, I want to do. You can't really, that's my floor tom, the pedal. So I'm going to go floor tom, snare, floor tom, snare, which is like the four beats of a bar. One, two, three, four. Yeah, or it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever's easier. Okay, so that could actually be a lesson in itself. So I'm right-handed, so that's my left hand that's hitting the snare, and I'm going right foot, left hand. And a lot of drumming is just about keeping it steady, actually. So if you are an aspiring drummer, playing along to tracks at home and just keeping a simple beat is really important. If you don't have a drum kit, you can still do sort of like hands on your lap, or get some sticks, or there are various different ways you can do that. It's all about rhythm. Okay, so if you don't have an electric drum kit, you can still sort of like practice some of that. Okay, now comes the tricky bit. We're going to add the hi-hat. So the hi-hat is going some quaver beats. You could just do it on its own, but when we add it together, it would be... If you can hear that. That takes quite a while to master in itself. So you've got hi-hat, kick and snare. Okay, there's one more thing I want to do for the very basic bit, which is to lift the hi-hat up, which is the other foot. My left foot is taking it off, so it's... and there. So you can see there's quite a lot of coordination going on in that. Okay, so I'll just show you, if we count together, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I put a little fill in. So once you've got that basic beat, you can actually have put another snare or another kick, and that can sound quite nice. So I'll just give you an example of what it might sound like with the odd sort of fill on the snare or on the kick drum, or indeed on the hi-hat. Okay, and I'll do it once more. This time I'll add a couple of crashes and perhaps show you what it's like to move on to the ride cymbal. So this is just a kind of a full sort of how you might take this further. It's more than one lesson. Certainly if you had never done drumming before, I think would probably be a week of that if you like. But just have a listen to a couple more fills. So now I'm on the ride cymbal. The ride takes the place of the hi-hats. Okay, so that's a basic backbeat, and then building up to having a couple of fills. So I hope you enjoy that. I am going to, just as it's the same sort of thing, I know it's a completely different technique actually, drum kit and drum djembe, but I'll put it on the same lesson anyway and just show you a couple of techniques on this, and then you've got a full sort of percussion thing. So a djembe, but also bongos, anything you can hit that's a bit more acoustic. Just to, again, I'm not well, maybe I am an expert. I'm not an expert. I like to think of myself as not a drumming expert. So do look up for other tuition videos, I think, about this, because like the name of all the hits I probably won't get right. But you've got kind of an open drum sound. You've also got a slap sort of sound, and you kind of have a dead sound. So a beginner might just hit the drum like that, or more often like that, but a good way to do it is to mix the different sort of tones, and you can get a lot of good sounds out of a djembe drum. The other thing I would say about hitting, a bit like with a drumstick, I'm hitting very hard onto a point, and then I'm letting my fingers go across like that. So it's like, if you do it really rigid, like I'm hitting it with my whole hand, that's going to really hurt my hand. So I kind of need to kind of allow my fingers to do the work, like that. And you can see it's really loud when it rings, and if I want to slap, I can, almost push in with my fingers like that. Okay. So you can drum along like that. I just want to see if I can do a. See again, I don't know the name of this rhythm, but I remember it. So you're going palm, finger, slap, palm, and finger, palm, finger, pop, pop. Okay, so palm, finger, slap, finger, palm, finger, pop. Pop is not the real word. Technical drummers, drum teachers are going to go, what are you doing? Teaching them pop. But palm, finger, slap, finger, palm, finger, bom, bom. Okay. That'll take quite a long time to perfect. So you can obviously just play with the different rhythms, and if you've got a favourite song, just bang a beat. Also, drums obviously do have notation as well. So if you know another instrument, you can just practice rhythm, basically sort of crotchets and quavers, and just kind of like tap specific rhythms. Anything you can do rhythmically and with different limbs. So if you are interested in kit, start kind of using your legs a bit as well, trying to get that kind of independence of your legs and your arms. So they've all got different sort of capabilities when you're doing a more complicated rhythm. Okay, so that's just an introduction to rhythm. Like I say, I'm not a massive drum teacher. Like, I've not done a lot of drum teaching, but I'm very happy to give a drum lesson if someone wants a drum lesson. But certainly I hope you find the video fun, and yeah, have a go at drumming if you haven't already. Okay, bye.